group doing this in the US right now?
Are we the only ones?
Yeah.
The only organization that does this? I wish we weren't
Oh, really?
because we are that busy.
Huh.
Manatees of all things. Fish and Wildlife sent me an emergency letter here back in July. They do not have the resources or the know-how to move a manatee from Texas back to Florida. We took care of that, and our partner there was SeaWorld Orlando
I
and
was going to ask
SeaWorld
you if
Texas.
those organizations have been helping. Okay.
Yeah, there are the organizations we work with are I can't say enough thanks to all of them, which is extremely well, it's paramount. Period. When it comes on the west, here's the interesting thing: on the West Coast, when we have the cold stuns on the West Coast, our territory, call it territory, but our where we handle on the West Coast for U.S. Fish and Wildlife is from Alaska all the way down to Mexico for the cold stun turtles. And you would think turtles in Alaska? Well, I used to say that. There actually ends up being turtles in Alaska. We haven't transported any yet, but we are ready for it. We've got things set up there. Canada, we've taken turtles out of Canada. Matter of fact, one Bernie Standards, they call them, we transported at the beginning of COVID, and it was a day when Canada shut down the crossings due to COVID, and it's the day where they closed the Vancouver Aquarium. But that was our turtle from there that went down to San Diego.
Huh.
And that was an interesting one. And there was a tracker on there when San Diego SeaWorld released them, so it was kind of interesting. So yes, that's the West Coast. We're working with another aquarium down there to also take care of whatever San Diego can't. And there are times when these organizations can't take care of it all. So we're working to have another aquarium online, and all this has to go through all the permitting process. A lot of permits involved.
How many turtles do you think you guys have saved up to this point or moved?
Oh, that's a funny question.
Sorry, I should have asked you that.
Somebody asked me that. No, matter of fact,
I'm just making up questions as we're going.
Yeah,
I just was wondering.
No, it is, and it's time consuming to go through all our files and run the numbers and everything. And Kate Sampson with NOAA is the one that takes care of all that. So she was.
Oh, we lost you. Just a second.
We know that we've done hundreds of flights and we've done thousands of turtles. And that's exactly what we're going to start telling people anymore. If they want to know exact numbers, fine. Start paying us a little something for the upkeep of these numbers.
I was just curious.
when it gets to be thousands, literally thousands and hundreds of flights, what's the difference in heaven? What do the numbers really mean? We're into the thousands.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we do.
Oh, I just want to know how many turtle people you saved. That's all.
Yeah, well, there you go. You know now it's into the thousands, and that's not including what I did as a teenager. I mean,
That's
so
great.
me,
that's super.
Yeah. So what, 50,000? I mean, I'm sorry, that number doesn't matter to me like it does to some of these other people. I know what's going on out there. And every year, and I harp on NOAA about this every year, and the rest of our partners, I see these numbers. The writing is on the wall. We have so many of the Cape Cod juvenile turtles that succumb, and we can't keep having that with the so few turtles that are being hatched and going out to the oceans, to the wild, because these turtles, for some odd reason, they're being caught up in the Gulf Stream, and they're ending up in, well, the Gulf Stream actually circumvents over to Europe and back around. And I'll give you a good example here of that in just a minute. But what happens up in Cape Cod, you've got the arm up there and they get caught in that arm when they're trying to, and we say when they're trying to go south for the winter, fly south for the winter, go to Arizona or wherever they want to go. But, you know, we've got a turtle now, a Kemp's, the juvenile, that we're going to be bringing back to the Gulf states and to Texas to release. This turtle is in Wales, just over there in the UK. So they're taking care of them right now, but we're waiting on the permits to come forward. And there's a lot of work to that. So that's one of the things that we work on as well.